quite have the right skills to be able to go to school.
In just a few months, it will be parents, i.e. voters, who will decide which party can best meet their children's needs. Sarah Cowell, BBC News.
Well, let's come back to Westminster, talk about the speech. We've talked to our visiting lady, Cindy Robinson, who's there for us in the House of the Parliament. We've heard about content. You explained lots of that a short while ago. What does it tell us about the shape of the months to come?
I think quite simply, Hugh, the shape of the next months to come will feel more and more like a general election campaign. This speech, of course, is read out by the monarch, but it's written by the Prime Minister and his team, and I couldn't escape the feeling that what they really would have liked to have written for Her Majesty, if those royal courtiers hadn't stopped them, is that my government will spell out legislation which will set out the big choices that will face one's citizens in the months to come, because that is what it's about. Ministers believe that if the public stop focusing on whether they like Gordon Brown or not, whether they approve of everything he's done, and look instead at whether they would prefer Tory measures to Labour measures, then Labour is still in with a shout. Hence the focus on education that we were just hearing about. Of course, though, things that are set out in a Queen's speech are not necessarily what elections are actually about. A Queen's speech talks about laws, but the big issue of recent months, and likely to be the big issues of months to come, are spending cuts, are the war in Afghanistan, and of course that issue of MPs' expenses, and there wasn't much to be heard about any of those today.
But just going to ask me, really, no mention of MPs' allowances or expenses. What do we make of that?
Well, what Sir Christopher Kelly made of this, and he of course chaired the review on this whole matter, is that he wasn't mightily impressed. He said he was disappointed with today's Queen's speech. Now the government rushed out in response to that, saying they thought no new legislation was needed to clean up the expenses system, but after being slightly embarrassed and frankly rather baffled by Sir Christopher's response, they now say if new laws are needed, well yes of course, they might not be in the Queen's speech, but they'll find a way of passing them.
Nick, thanks very much, Nick Robinson there, and we'd like to see how it all unfolded in Parliament today. We've got a new website, it's called Democracy Live. The address is bbc.co.uk/Democracy Live, all one word, and there are lots of political elements there. Now, 4 weeks after the extensive swine flu vaccination programme started, it seems the government is finding it difficult to convince some people to have the treatment. The survey conducted for BBC News suggests that many are concerned about safety, and some don't even think that the vaccine is needed. Our medical correspondent for the sports